Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Bryce, and I'm here at Susquehanna Valley High School. And we are doing parallel questions to the June 2011 Integrated Algebra Regents. This is going to help you prepare for the Integrated Algebra Regents that you are studying for this year. So let's take a look at this question. We're starting at 13. It's the same as in the Green Book, number 13, except I changed some numbers, maybe changed a word or two in it. Which one is the narrowest? X squared minus 5. Let's bring that down a little bit. So there's x squared minus 5. We can take a look at how wide that is. Then 5x squared minus 5. It got a lot narrower. But let's check to see what happens when we put a decimal in there. I'm going to use just an approximation. That's fairly wide. What if I go to a negative number? We see that that turns upside down and is narrower, but is not the narrowest. Let's change this back to 5. That was one too many. So what we see here is that the answer is choice 2. And write this down. The farther the number is away from 0, what number? The a. That's what we call this number in front of the x squared. The narrower the parabola is. Hit pause and copy that down. Which one opens up? Well, from the previous question, we saw, opens down. From the previous question, we saw that if the number in front of the x squared is negative, it opens down, which means that if it's positive, it opens up. So which one of these numbers in front of the x squared is negative for it to open down? Write down your learning sentence right there. Let's go on to the next question. Which one is the thinnest? Well, there is no difference between the word thinnest and narrow. We said the farther the number is away from 0, the a in front of the x squared, the narrower the parabola is. What does that mean? That means that if we take the absolute value of this number, we get 1. The absolute value is 7. It's 7. The absolute value of 1/3 is 1/3. The absolute value of negative 12 is 12. Which one is farthest away from 0? 12. So that's why that's our answer. If you're confused because I'm talking too fast, just hit pause, rewind it a little bit, listen to it again, or ask me in class. For question number 14, all you have to do is listen to the explanation for number 8. The questions are very similar. Number 15, the number of ants on a donut left on a park bench is recorded on the table. Which graph represents a scatter plot of the data? So time and the number of ants. After 1 minute, there were 3 ants. After 2 minutes, there were 10. 3 minutes, there were 27. 4 minutes, 25. And after 5 minutes, there were 18. All you have to do is take a look at the plots and see which one has the 0.13. That one, that one. All of them have, This one, D, does not have the 0.13. There's where 13 is. So D is wrong. 210, 210, 210, 210. Now let's look for 327. Yes. 327. No. There's 327. 327. No. There's 327. Let's just check the other points just to make sure. 425. Yes. 518. Yes. So all of the points are there. It's extremely important. In the Regents, an actual question had 2 where all of the points were plotted correctly, but the difference was with the wrong answer, the points were connected. With the right answer, the points were not connected. Write down, plots are points. Do not connect the points. Write it down. Plots are just points. Do not connect the points. Hit pause if you have to continue to write it down. Here's the next question. Which set of numbers is a function? What's the definition of a function? For every x value, there is only one y value. So if I have a table, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at the table and see if there are any ones anywhere else. And there is. It's not just the number 1. Now let's take a look. This one goes to 2. That one goes to 5. So taking a look at this, I have the 0.15 and the 0.12. That is not a function. If I have a 2 and a 4 and a 6 and an 8, all of these numbers are unique, so this has to be a function. I have a 1, a 5, and a 5. 5 goes to 4, 5 goes to 6. That is not a function. Let's take a look at this. So the first one we just graphed, and you will notice that these 2 points are above each other. So that's no, it's not a function if we were given a graph. Now if I grab the second one, we can take a look at the graph and we can see that there are no points above each other. So for every x, there is only one y. That's another reason why b is a function. Which of these numbers is a function? Take a look at it. I just changed a couple numbers. Which one is a function? Did you find the answer yet? This is not a function because 2 goes to 10 or 2 goes to 8. This is not a function because 3 goes to 7 or 3 goes to 9. We don't know which. This is a function because for every x, there is only one y answer. I do not care that there are y's repeating. That doesn't matter. Just as long as there aren't any x's repeating, that's fine. Number 17a, a fish swam upstream from 6:30 a.m. to 10 o'clock, then rested on a log as it had a mid-morning snack. It resumed swimming upstream from 11 to 1. If it swam a total of 16.5 miles, what's its average speed in miles per hour for its traveling time? This is extremely fast for fish. For a fish. I had to clarify the question because the Regents did not. The Regents doesn't say for its traveling time, but that's exactly what it means. So I draw a picture from 6:30 to 10 o'clock. How many hours is that? From 6:30 to 7:30 to 8:30 to 9:30. It's 3 hours. We're at 9:30. Then to 10 o'clock is only half of an hour, 3.5 hours. Then from 11 to 1, 11 to 12 to 1 is only 2 hours. So 3.5 plus the 2 is 5.5 hours. It swam a total of 16.5 miles. What formula are we going to use? Distance equals rate times time. Because it says, what is its average speed? We want rate. Don't want you to think that I'm bringing the 5.5 down into the rate. We want rate. The distance, 16.5 miles. The rate is the unknown. You can use X or R. The time, 5.5 hours. Divide both sides by 5.5. 3 is X. 3 what? 3 miles per hour. Very fast for a fish swimming long distance. For a spurt, it can do it, but for swimming that long, no. Here's 17B. Hit pause, do this one on your own. So far, we should get this far, that he walked for 47 minutes total traveling time, and he went 5 miles. Now, it says miles per hour, not miles per minute. So how do you do this? In miles per hour, there are 47 minutes in 60 minutes in an hour. So this is 47 over 60 is going to be the number of hours. And 5 miles is the time. Distance equals rate times time. Distance is 5 miles. Rate is the unknown. Time is 47 over 60. Now you can do 5 divided by 47 over 60 equals the rate. So you can divide both sides, 5 divided by 47 over 60, but that isn't how we divide fractions. What we do is we do 5 over 1 times 60 over 47. See how I reciprocated, or I flipped the fraction? So you do 5 times 60 is 300 over 47. Comes out to 6.3829, which I am just going to say is 6.4 miles per hour. If you have any questions, make sure you ask me in class.